Merry Christmas everyone, and also Happy New Year I guess, since this video's a little bit late. I'm Coran Spicefreak Sloss, and this is the present that got lost in the mail. So what this is Bunsters hot sauce making kit, sent to me by Renae Bunster herself, and a thank you for being just a nice person on Reddit, I guess. A complete surprise to me when she asked for my address, and I don't know, here it is. Looks absolutely fantastic. Shows you her black label there, and 10 different bottles of different coloured sauce that you can potentially make with this kit. You have on the side things like save money on hot sauce, learn the secrets hot sauce makers don't want you to know, never endure a crap bottle of hot sauce ever again, make your friends awesome gifts they'll love, create your own brand of hot sauce, and join the Bunsters online community to share recipes at bunsters.vip. I'll put a link to that in the description, but we also have on the other side the 5 different sauces that this supposedly makes. Inside the kit we supposedly have 1 bottle of their black label, 1 bottle of their 7 out of 10, which I don't know the colour of the label, but we'll find that in a moment. 2 reduced pourers they call them. Orifice reducers is what the standard business name for them is. But basically they're those little dropper caps, the ones that reduce the size of the hole from which the sauce comes out. So you can put little drops of things on instead of just splashing it over. Like, you probably need those for the Louisiana style one that they're making. Maybe not so much for the curry and the mustard. Gives you a recipe booklet, a felt tip pen, 10 labels, 1 measuring glass and 1 funnel. Oh, and spare glass bottles are not included in this kit. Please reuse and recycle glass bottles and jars in your kitchen. Oh, we have a message from Renae on the side here. So, hi, I'm Aussie hot sauce maker Renae Bunster. I think you'll love my hot sauce making kit. I'll teach you the secret to making delicious hot sauces by using just Bunsters black label and some simple ingredients you already have in your kitchen. It's quick, easy, and you don't even need to cook or blend anything. This is the ultimate kit every hot sauce fan needs on their shelf. It will blow your mind how fast and simple it is to whip up a delicious sauce all by yourself. Once you know my hot sauce making secrets, you'll never have to endure another bottle of disappointing hot sauce ever again. You'll also learn how cheap it is to make sauce from scratch. 1 bottle of Bunsters black label can make 10 bottles of hot sauce. And no cooking required, 5 awesome recipes. So yeah, let's actually crack it open now. But as that little blurb gave away, there is a slight secret to the no cooking requirement, in that it's using a pre-cooked sauce of peppers, which would normally be, say, a mash or something, but in this case, it's her black label sauce, made with a fair amount of Trinidad scorpion. Also included here, we do indeed have the, one second if I can get it out, 7 out of 10 red label, and I'll be trying both in a second, but to compare them to, I have the other red label, the 12 out of 10, really shot the bed hot sauce, and we'll see how all 3 go together. In theory, this is the mildest. This is the one that sort of pushes the boundaries of what I'd like to use daily. And this is the crazy hot one. In addition to that though, we have stickers for some rather nice fancy labels. A measuring glass, as she calls it, which is in fact just a shot glass, but it does have a 25ml line marked on it, which is nice because not all shot glasses do. And it's interesting to note that in America, shot glass sizes are different from what I gather, and certainly in other parts of Europe, but 25ml is in fact a standard shot in the UK. Apparently in Australia they're exactly the same size as we have them over here, which is great. So yeah, if you want to make cocktails, Bunsters has got you covered. But also, if you want to make hot sauces, we'll see in a moment. We then have standard funnel, which will indeed fit the neck of her bottles And also, if I grab one off the shelf, just whatever I happen to have to hand, you can see it's also small enough to fit into this bottle of Xaresco. So the vast majority, at least, of hot sauce bottles, since the Xaresco uses a pretty standard one, will take this funnel, which is perfect. Then we have the two reduced pourers, which will fit into the neck like so, and then pop it out like that, and you've got a hole that size. So about half the diameter it had before, so it'll let out a fair amount less, probably about a quarter of the amount. So yeah, that's what's in the kit, aside from some nicely shaped foam. But the back also gives us instructions. Step 1, however, is going to take a little while. Step 1 is eat the bottle of sauce provided. And personally, I don't feel like doing that all immediately. I will taste it. I will taste it on some nice crackers here. But I'm not going to just down the bottle. That would be a waste. And I put my milk there. And right, let's get to the tasting. Oh, and we have one Bunsters branded marker, which I believe is a permanent one. Certainly rides on glass like a Sharpie would. So at the very least, I am happy with that pen. But I know I'm going to enjoy today's sauces too. And I'm probably going to get a good bit of use out of these various bits and pieces for making sauces with. I just can't try out the recipes right away because I don't have an empty Bunsters bottle to do it with. So, let's crack this one open. Try not to ruin the heat shrink too much because I would like this to look good on the shelf in future. Since, unlike the other one, it doesn't have swear words on it, and therefore it doesn't need censorship for YouTube. The smell is quite rich, quite browned onion. What's the ingredients on this? Orange juice, tomatoes, red peppers, brown onions, carrots, bird's eye chili peppers, apple cider vinegar, goji berries, garlic, lime juice, coconut sugar, cilantro, which is coriander leaf for the rest of you, ginger, salt, and potato starch. Made with Himalayan pink salt, and it's GMO and gluten free. And apparently, it's 1.8 thousand Scoville. So, now let's give that a taste. Doesn't sound too different in ingredients to the Shot the Bed 12 out of 10, but we'll see. We'll see what difference it makes to the flavour. At the very least, it's probably not going to be quite as searingly hot, but it may well still have the sharpness to it. 3, 2, 1. So, because the burn is significantly less strong, I'd say 2.5 at most, probably more like a 2. If this heat isn't as strong, the sharpness of it doesn't come out as much, but it does still have that sharp bird's eye heat to it, what heat it does have. And interestingly, I find the fruitiness actually comes out a little more in this, which I was not expecting given that the scorpion itself is quite a sort of orangey, acidic, fruity pepper. Are there tomatoes in this one? Right, there are no tomatoes in the 12 out of 10, which is probably what the difference is there. I'm going to have a little more on that because that's good. So this is an excellent sauce. It's still got that little bit of bitterness to it when you're not eating it with food. Crackers don't really amount to much in the way of food. But it's not quite as much so as the scorpion-based one, and again, you put it on a meal, you're not going to notice that. You're just going to get the rest of the fantastic flavour to it. And yeah, it's rich, it's fruity, it's a fair amount of complexity to it. It's really nice and well-rounded. It's milder than I expected. I was expecting more like sort of maybe somewhere in the 3-4 range, but yeah, 2 out of 10 is a good sort of everyday sauce for everyday people. And I'm definitely going to get through that. Given that that is the bottle in which I'm supposed to be making the sauces with this kit, that's a good thing. So, let's take the heat shrink off this one as well. Notice that this one doesn't have the ingredients on the heat shrink, it just has gold flames. I feel like this black label is more about looking sophisticated and less about telling you what's actually in the sauce. Which I guess is all well and good because it's not supposed to be anyone's introduction to Bunsters. I was specifically warned away from having this first when I placed my order with Aussie hot sauces. A little bit of milk to refresh my palate, and then let's give this a go. Great pop on that one. I don't honestly remember whether that one did or not, but given that the seal's popped up now and it wasn't before, probably also had a good one. A little bit more bitter than the other two, but not going to be too much of a problem on food still, I suspect. The heat isn't quite as stinging as the 12 out of 10 labelled one, the chocolate bed, but it's still quite stinging, and it is pretty intense. Flavour-wise, the main difference though, this one is really, really rich. You've got that rich, dark, sort of almost gravy-like element in all of them, but it's the more scorpion you have, the more of it there is. Which suggests to me that maybe they're not just browning the onions, maybe they are roasting the scorpions too. Oh, there is apparently still bird's eye in this one. I was under the impression that it was also scorpion, but either way, you can definitely tell there's not quite as much bird's eye in this compared to the amount of scorpion. It is significantly hotter and a little bit less sharp in heat. Ingredients wise, it is orange juice, chili peppers, which is scorpion and bird's eye, brown onions, garlic, apple cider vinegar, coconut sugar, cilantro, which is again coriander leaf, lime juice, ginger, salt, goji berries, potato starch, and again, the salt is Himalayan pink salt, and it's GMO and gluten free. And apparently this one is 70,000 Scoville. I don't know, to be honest, where the richness is coming from, but this is definitely the sort of darker, richer sauce out of the three. And I'm going to grab another piece of cracker and compare it to something else on my shelf to get an idea of how hot it is. Because it's definitely hotter than my 6.5, but how hot is it really? What have we got as a good test? I believe Scorpion Annihilation was about 8. So yeah, let's test the heat compared to that, see how it comes across. They're fairly similar in strength, but I would say that Bunsters Black Label is a little bit hotter, so I'm going to put that at an 8.5 out of 10. This definitely has enough heat to be used as the base, basically as the chili mash that you would get in your sauces. So I'm going to have a lot of fun trying that out. I can't make all 10 bottles of sauce with this now because I've used up some of it. It's not going to be quite enough to go around. But I can make 9, which is more than enough to make the 5 different recipes that she said in the booklet. And we've got the measuring shot glass here, specifically so we can measure out both the amount of sauce and all the other ingredients. But if you lose that for whatever reason, we do also have a special set of markers so that you can mark on the bottle all the different milliliter values so that you can, sorry I'm struggling a bit, so that you can make it in the bottle and not have to worry about the shot glass. What I will say is if you're using pre-cooked mash and you're not cooking any of the ingredients, you're going to have to be a little more careful about germs and such. You are going to have to make sure that your bottle and all your equipment is thoroughly cleaned before you make this, if you don't want it to go off. But as long as you're careful with that, you should get a lot of fun out of this kit. While it makes 5 different recipes that are included in the book, she has given you plenty to make rather more. So you can, as she suggests, tweak them to your own liking, come up with your own ideas of what sauces to make, maybe take inspiration from things like the chili wine sauce or the couch fart, spicy sausage and other such names that she lists on the back. Maybe just go your own route. I'd quite like to try out one with basil maybe, see if I can make it sort of more Italian style. But there are all sorts of different options. Just do whatever you like with it and see what works for you. This is not going to be a way to make professional sauce, so it's not going to get you started on making your own brand in that sense, but it will give you an idea of what you like in a sauce, give you an idea of how to make it, even if it won't quite take you that last step in terms of becoming a professional producer. So if you just want to try out ideas, get yourself started, get to grips with what you want to do, it will definitely do that. And if you just want to have fun making hot sauce on a more hobby level, this will definitely do the job. The one slight issue I have with it is that you can't make the sauce right away. You do have to use up hers first. But as all her instructions point out, that's a conscious decision that Renae has made to try and promote not buying bottles, but using ones you've got lying around the house, reusing the bottles from your old hot sauce that you enjoyed, because it's a lot more environmentally friendly and just a good thing to do. I approve of that mentality, certainly. But the other thing is that you get a bottle of really nice sauce with it. Just an extra sauce to use and enjoy. I think that's all I have to say for now, other than that I will come back with a few of my friends to try out the recipes in future and maybe play a little game with it. See if they can guess which of the recipes isn't one in the book. Because they haven't read this like I have. So that'll be a bit of fun and also a good way to see how this kit works out, see how good the end result is. But, you know, even if it turns out not to be ideal, I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. And judging by Renae's own sources, I have a lot of faith in her recipes. So I'll see you again then. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more, especially to catch that second video, the follow-up review. And oh look, the fireworks have started early. I'd better leave. Bye.